Hello friends, I am from Biology faculty of QLS Academy. Today we are going to learn about parts of plant. Hope you'll enjoy today's lesson. Let's start with our lesson. Now in previous lesson we learned about how to differentiate plants based on their heights basically. Did you notice anything similar in all kinds of plants, that is herbs, shrubs and trees? They all have plant structures such as leaves, stems, roots, flowers. Now first let's talk about leaves. We all know what leaves are and we know they come in a variety of shapes, sizes and colors. Now what are the parts of a leaf? The point of attachment of a leaf to the nodes on the stem is called as the leaf base. Leaf bears a stalk with which it is attached to the stem. It is called as petiole. The flat part of the leaf exposed to a light is called as lamina. Now let's perform an activity. एक लीफ के ऊपर हम एक प्लेन वाइट पेपर रखेंगे और फिर पेंसिल के टिप से उसको हम रब करेंगे. Now did you get an impression with some lines in it? Are they similar to those on the leaves? These lines on the leaf are actually called as veins. Now do you see a thick vein in the middle of the leaf? This vein is called as the midrib. Many small thread-like structures extend from the midrib to the leaf margin. These are called as veinlets. Now, arrangement of veins on the lamina of a leaf is called as venation. Veins help in the transportation of food and water. Now, two types of arrangement of veins on the leaf are parallel venation and reticulate venation. Now, if the design is net-like on both sides of the midrib, the venation is then called as reticulate, as you can see. In the leaves of grass, you might have seen that the veins are parallel to one another. This is called as parallel venation. Now, what are the functions of a leaf? Now, to understand this, let's perform another activity. Take a herb plant. उसके किसी भी ब्रांच में एक पॉलीथीन बैग को हम टाई कर देंगे. Now remember, perform this activity during the day in the presence of a sunlight. After a few hours, observe the inner surface of the bag. What do you see? Are there any droplets of water in any of the bags? Water comes out of the leaves in the form of vapor by a process known as transpiration. Plants releases a lots of water into the air through this process. Apart from transpiration, leaves also perform another functions. Now put a leaf in a test tube and pour a spirit to completely cover the leaf. Now put the test tube in a beaker half filled with water. Now heat the beaker till all the green color from the leaf comes out into the spirit in the test tube. Take out the leaf carefully and wash it in another water. Put it on a plate and pour some iodine solution over it. What do you observe? Now, do you remember that we tested different nutrients in the lesson components of food? In that, we tested for starch with the help of iodine solution. In this case, leaves are the food factories of the plant where leaves prepare their food in the presence of sunlight and green colored substance present in them. For this, they use water and carbon dioxide from air. This process is called as photosynthesis. Now, oxygen is given out in this process and the food prepared by leaves ultimately gets stored in different parts of the plant. Next, very important part of a plant is the stem. Stems are above the ground structures that bears the plant's leaves and flowers. We can say that stems conduct water through them to different parts of the plant. Like water, stems also conduct minerals through them. The water and minerals go to leaves and other parts of the plants attached to the stem through many narrow tubes inside the stem. Stems are usually above the ground, although the stems of some plants such as potato also grow underground. People often confuse stems and shoots, but shoots are just fresh plant growth out of the ground. These growth can include both stems and leaves. Anything that's newly grown and sticks out of the ground is considered to be a shoot. We do not consider them as stems. Stems, they may be herbaceous, that means they are soft, or they can be woody in nature, means they are very hard. Their main function is to provide support to plant, holding leaves, flowers and birds, and in some cases stems also store food for the plant. A stem may be unbranched, that means they do not have any branches like that of a palm tree, or it may have highly branched, that means they have number of branches on them like that of a magnolia tree. The stem also helps to transport products of photosynthesis, that is sugar, from leaves to rest of the plants. Plant stems, whether above or below ground, are characterized by the presence of nodes and internodes. Now what are nodes and internodes? Nodes are points of attachment for leaves and flowers. Stems में nodes होंगे जहाँ से leaves and flowers निकलते हैं. Now the stem region between two nodes is called as internodes. दो nodes के बीच की जगह को हम लोग internodes कहते हैं. We see that stem supplies leaf with water. The leaf uses the water to make food. The leaf also loses water through transpiration. Now how do the stems and leaves get the water? This is where the roots come in. So in next lesson, we will learn about roots and the plant part which fascinates us the most, that is the flower. So this was all for today's lesson. I hope you all enjoyed learning about leaves and stems and their importance to a plant. If you have any more doubts, you can go to the following link.